Hi, I'm Rich Falcone. I'm an attorney with the Littler Mendelson firm, and I've been practicing employment law now for 34 years. As a startup company, there are going to be many things you're going to face in the employment arena. One of those is hiring of interns. That seems to be a rite of passage with startup companies and interns who often pass through a startup company to learn. You need to be aware, however, that if you're going to retain the services of an intern, that there are certain wage and hour obligations that you should be aware of, or I should say certain wage and hour issues that you should be aware of for retaining an intern. There actually is a test both here in California and that the federal government follows to make sure that an intern truly is an intern and not camouflaged as an employee who's not getting paid. The test is a 6-part test. Step 1 for evaluating whether the person is an intern or an employee. An intern has got to be involved in a training educational environment. Somewhat like you would have a curriculum set out for what the intern is going to learn. If they're in marketing, for example, different days you're going to schedule different things for them to learn as a part of this curriculum. Secondly, the whole program has to be for the benefit of the intern, not you as the employer. Thirdly, the intern does not displace an existing employee or doesn't displace a position that an employee actually would hold if you needed to hire an employee to do the job. Fourthly, there's no immediate advantage to the employer. You're not getting anything out of it per se. You're not getting production. You're not having that intern meet with clients or if it's in marketing, doing any sort of production or copying or things like that. So the advantage is for the intern, not you. 5, the intern cannot necessarily be guaranteed a job at the conclusion of the project. So in other words, the intern doesn't come in and you say, okay, work here as an intern for 6 weeks, and then at the end of that, you've got a job. Now, it could turn into a job later if it works out well for you and the intern subsequently applies as a regular employee would apply for a job. But you can't go into the process with the idea that this intern is going to be becoming an employee. And finally, step number 6 is to make sure that the employer, you as the employer, and the intern fully understand that the intern is not going to be paid for his or her services. So again, it's always a good idea, and I always advocate this and suggest it to you, is we put it in writing. This whole agreement that they're being hired as an intern, and as a part of that agreement, an understanding that the intern is not going to be paid wages for her or his services. So there you have it. When hiring interns, keep these things in mind, and if we can assist you in any way in putting together that agreement or giving you some advice on structuring your intern program, please let us know. Thanks for your time, and I hope this was helpful.